Okay, hello guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 3M x20. I got this to review it. Pretty much all of the appearance on this is pretty nice. Bulb is fairly new in this too. There's some speakers on the side. As usual with most projectors, they don't have the world's best built-in speakers. So we're going to go ahead and look at the lens. We got a little, it's somewhat bulging, so that would be good for mid-throw, or not so much short throw, but be ideal for like classroom, because it will project a bigger image than some other projectors up close. Ventilation, it looks pretty decent. This is kind of a odd projector because the ventilation's in the front and there's no ventilation on the side, or well, never mind. There's ventilation on the back where the lamp is, which is pretty typical. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and look at the back. We have S-video, video, computer in 2, which we're going to be using here. USB, that's like a USB would use to control it, or something like that. Another USB storage. I did put a flash drive on it and it did play the video, so that was pretty good. Audio in and audio out. Head jack style. Sometimes they like to make the left and right head jack out, but on this one it isn't. It's just your typical head jack. So a couple things about this projector. It is HD. It's HD TV. So pretty typical. It's not. So with this projector, it doesn't have an HDMI. This is when HD TV was just about coming out, 720 pixel. I actually thought this image looked really good and crisp compared to my BenQ. I don't know what it's called, but it's a 1080p projector. And I actually thought this was a little brighter and the colors were a little brighter. And the specs are completely different. So it might be because it's 3 LCD or something like that. Right off the bat, this projector I think is pretty beast. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the image for y'all. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're playing it for 3 feet away from the screen. And we pretty much have about a 36-inch size to this. Absolutely no flaws. Really bright. Looks the black color. The colors of black are black, not gray. It looks HD TV to me. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's pretty nice, and you can adjust the screen to make it smaller too. Oh, that's the focus. This is a manual focus, but as you can see, I can make it bigger or smaller. And image is really nice, actually. it's projecting about 3 feet away. I would say about a 40-inch screen, and I'm only saying that because there's my 40-inch screen right there. Looks pretty crisp, and see, go ahead and mess with the focus and stuff. I use this projector outside. I've only used it a couple times because I have a very nice other projector, which is the same pixel, but this projector actually displays a pretty decent screen. Considering it's only 3 feet away, I would say that's a pretty good size screen. I'm using VGA. They do make adapters for this that go into the VGA or S-Video or something like that, and you just plug it in, and then you can put an HDMI in it, which is pretty nice. I actually have one that works okay. I used it for a little bit and didn't see a use for it, considering the fact that I have a projector already hooked up with 2 HDMIs, so I didn't use that. I did just buy a pretty brand new cord, I would say. The cord I bought for this was relatively pretty cheap. So I guess you just, here's your cord. It's an HDMI, and then this plugs into your projector here, and then you have the option to use these or the VGA. I'm not going to be using this because I don't need it. All my HDMI stuff is already plugged in, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to plug that in and unplug it every time, considering that there's that in the way of all my HDMI stuff. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this brand new. I just ordered this on eBay for about, I would say about $12. And it looks pretty nice, hefty. Cord feels pretty thick on it, except for these. You think these are going to be thicker, but I would imagine these would be thicker, considering that it's converting it to HDMI to VGA to whatever these are, your typical red, white, and yellow. But I would say I'm pretty impressed with the black levels this projector displays. It displays really good images, and I kind of wish that it was had an HDMI on it. That's the only thing I wish there is. I do not have any complaints about this projector whatsoever because it's small. Comes with the little carry case right there. You can see it, and it's pretty hefty when you need it. I don't have any complaints about it. I would say one down to this is the fact that there is no red and white port for audio out, which people seem to find different cords for anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but I wouldn't consider that a down with this projector, considering that it's only about like $600 brand new, so pretty cheap on the price on there. I actually would rather use this projector than my Optima GT750 because the screen, or I would say the display looks more crisp, and I'm not saying that I would the Optima doesn't have a crisp image, but I'm just saying that this image does look a little crisper and brighter, considering that this is 2,000 lumens. It doesn't even. I might even have that wrong. It might be more lumens. But the contrast looks pretty good on it, for the lumens anyway. I think this is 2,000 lumens light and 2,000 lumens color. So there's a white and color lumens, which no one really tells you. Color lumens is pretty important when you're buying a projector. So if you ever buy a projector and you see that it says 3,000 lumens of color versus 2,000 lumens white, that's a pretty good combo right there, because it seems that the color of white flushes out the colors more easily. And you got a little kickstand here. You just do this. You can do that. And it can be mounted. I use this for home theater before I got the GT750. I only buy these to review them. So, considering I paid I would say I paid about $300 for this versus $650 brand new, is a pretty good deal. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm thinking about selling it because I just don't use it. And the bulb on it is relatively new on it too. So this projector was actually on layaway forever. So the person that was supposed to buy it never bought it. So they reduced the price of it. And then I got it from a friend who ended up buying it from the layaway person that didn't buy it or whatever. So it's a pretty good deal. I would go ahead and definitely buy a projector like this if you see it real cheap on eBay. It's probably worth the price. So if you see it anywhere from like $200 or less, it's worth it. I would get it. I wouldn't waste your time. Because it's a pretty nice projector. The lens on it, you can tell, are very nice on there. I'm kind of impressed with this projector. So there you guys go. It comes with the carry case, and good deal.